In today's video we're spending 48 hours in Latvia's capital city Riga, checking out everything there is to do and see in this beautiful city. We're going to start with what looks like a random tower, but actually has some of the best views in Riga. So we've got a ticket to come up to the top of the Academy of Sciences, and it's €8 to get in. You've got to take the elevator up to the 15th floor and then walk 2 floors to the 17th, which is where the viewing platform is. Hopefully we'll get some good views. Through the door, it's a couple more floors to the outdoor viewing platform. I like that this just seems like a very normal building, just people going to work, going about their business. It doesn't seem touristy at all. Wow, absolutely lush views over the city. This is great, I've got the entire place to myself, nobody up here at all. And the weather's actually quite clear, you can see everything from up here, check this out. Woo! Absolutely beautiful views over Riga. Absolutely stunning up here, and nobody around so I can film really easily, yeah. Anyway, we better head back down for some more action, let's go. Unfortunately, the rest of this vlog doesn't continue with such perfect weather, and it's a little bit of a grey out. Just across the street from the Academy of Sciences is this beautiful church, which I believe is called the Church of the Annunciation. It's free to enter, but there's a strict no filming policy, sad times. The inside is well worth checking out though if you're on a visit to Riga, and for church fans, there are others that we can film inside coming up. Woohoo! Okay, next we're off to have a look at Riga Central Market. Looks as though there's some construction work going on at the train station. Over at the outdoor part of the market, it's a bit of a washout for these unfortunate traders today. Probably not the best day to be an outdoor market trader, but I believe there's meant to be some indoor markets coming up as well, so let's take a look around those. In we go to the famous Riga Central Market, which is one of the largest marketplaces in Eastern Europe, as well as one of the most visited, with upwards of 80 to 100,000 people shopping here per day. These architecturally imposing food pavilions were built in the 1920s and were originally used as military airship hangars, before later being transformed into the market venues that you see today. The market has a total of 5 pavilions, each focusing on a different category: meat, fish, vegetables, dairy and gastronomy products. Definitely an absolute must-see on any trip to Riga. Just across the road we've got the bus station. Definitely seems like a better day to be an indoor market trader rather than an outdoor market trader. But there's a lot going on in those: fruit, vegetables, fish, all sorts of stuff that you can buy. A lot going on, but next we're going to go and check out the bus station. Buses are realistically the best way to get around this region if you don't have a car. In here we've got a fairly typical setup: a few cafes and stores, ticket and information counters, as well as travel information boards, and outside we have the bus stands. We're now heading further into the Old Town through a rather glamorous shopping centre with good views and posh bathrooms on the top floor, always good to know. Here we've got a little cat shelter, which is kind of equally sweet and depressing at the same time. Not a good time of year for them to be out, but at least there's a little somewhere for them to go. As we go further in, there's all sorts of cute little shops, cafes and plenty of souvenirs to take home, unless you're flying Ryanair. Skull emoji. This is the Bremen musician statue, which illustrates the famous tale by the Grimm brothers, featuring the donkey, the dog, the cat and the rooster, and captures the moment they form an animal pyramid to peek into the house that they intend to free from the highwaymen. The monument was a gift to Riga in 1990 from the city of Bremen, Germany. There are various other interpretations for the true meaning behind the statue. Apparently rubbing the donkey's nose 3 times may bring luck, or germ-ridden hands because everybody else has touched it. So we're now slap bang in the centre of Riga, having a look at St. Peter's Church from the outside. It's really beautiful. Let's go and see if we can get inside it. Spoiler alert, we can and will get inside it, but a little later on. This is the first ever decorated Christmas tree in Riga, dating back as far as 1510. How very festive. Okay, next we're heading towards Dome Square, which is where I believe the Christmas markets are, just a couple of streets away, so let's go and check that out next. Now, for a quick whiz through Riga's lovely but rather wet Christmas market. We're going to actually come back here tomorrow night for a Christmas market challenge when it's a bit drier and there's more atmosphere. Rude not to stop quickly for a bite to eat and a warming hot chocolate now though. Just across from the market there's a church that we can film inside, yay! This is the happily titled Our Lady of Sorrows Catholic Church. Some beautiful design features in here, and I believe this must be the Ye Olde confession booth. Well, how long have you got? Next there's Riga Castle, which is interestingly situated right next to a main road. The castle was founded in 1330, but its structure was thoroughly rebuilt between 1497 and 1515, with further reconstructions between the 17th and 19th centuries. Today it's the official residence of the President of Latvia, as well as home to several museums. Now it's time to check out another of Riga's top tourist spots, the House of the Blackheads. This currently costs €7 entry for adults and €5 for senior citizens. The inside of the building is split over 3 different levels. Starting in the cellar, we've got the history of the building, as well as a ton of interesting historical artifacts and information boards explaining their significance. So much to look at down here, and some comfy and also not so comfy areas to watch videos. I'd say you're best off heading down here first before exploring the higher floors. Up on the top floor we've got glamorous halls, dining rooms, ballrooms and even salons. Stun. This was my absolute favourite part of the building to walk around. Here I'm obviously saying something along the lines of like and subscribe and comment down below. Ugh, YouTubers, they're so annoying. The ground floor has a section with all kinds of treasures and photos documenting the famous and royal visitors from around the world. Back at St. Peter's Church, it's time to head up the tower for some magnificent views over the city. Love the lighting in the tower as well. Inside you can pay €3 for a ticket to see the church and €9 for a trip up the tower. It's so quiet in here. So we're heading up now to the 3rd floor to take the tower, I think elevator, up to the top of St. Peter's Church Tower to have a look over the city. I'm not sure whether you should be filming or wearing a hat, but we'll find out. Absolutely deserted at the lift, but up we go. Check out these unbelievable views. You can certainly hear how windy it is up here. Wow, the view's absolutely stunning up here. In fact, it's probably the best time of the day because it's been a really cloudy day. The sky's a little bit more bluey now that it's getting dark rather than grey. Pretty chilly up here as well. I know how much everybody probably loves a crispy, crunchy, windy audio, so I'm blaming the tower and those strong Latvian gusts. You can see back over a lot of the things that we've covered today. The Central Market and the bus station area is behind. Really windy, try not to take the cap off. You'll see it there, the shape of the buildings. And the Christmas market's the other way, but they're actually not as recognisable from up here. It's kind of hidden behind the other church. It costs €9 to come up here, but I think it's well worth it for the views, and particularly on a clearer day, it might be worth coming up here earlier so that you can see where everything is in relation to everything else. But definitely, even on not the clearest day, beautiful views. Right, I think it might be time to go back down now before I freeze my nuts off. That was definitely worth going up though, really good views. As we wander away through the streets, day 1 in Riga draws to a close. But before you know it, it's day 2. More lovely trams as we head towards a lesser known Riga viewpoint, the National Library. Next we're heading to have a look at the National Library, which is meant to be a pretty cool shaped building with views over the river. We're also passing this huge park. I bet that's nice in spring and summer. And also some kind of Riga big wheel. I'm guessing it's out of season because it was closed last night when I walked past it. It's now lunchtime and closed, so guessing it's more of a spring or summer thing. Let me know in the comments. Checking into the library, you've got to leave your coats and bags in the entrance area before getting a lanyard from the desk, which grants you access to all of the general public areas and the viewing levels at the top. Above this stunning wall of books. What a great feature. So we've made it into the National Library and we're heading up to see what the view is like. They're very strict on coats and bags. You have to get rid of them and get a little tag to keep them on the clothes pegs before you can go and get one of these passes. So we've taken an elevator to level 7, which is as high as it would go, but then there was a sign saying you can go to level 11. And level 11 is where you can get these spectacular panoramic views all over the city. Even on a grey day like today, it's amazing, so imagine this on a clear day or a colourful sunset. It's absolutely stunning up here, as you can see from the windows. If you go really close up, there are small dots, so you can't actually see the view properly, but the further you go away, the more clearly you can see the view. Pretty clever. The stairs lead up to the very top level, floor number 12, where you can take in even more different angles on this beautiful view, and there's also some comfy seating areas as well. Heading back down via the stairs from level 7, there's just so much to take in from this beautiful design by Latvian-American architect Gunnar Barracks. His design was actually done in 1989, but then was built in the 21st century and opened in 2014. So the National Latvian Library, definitely worth visiting. Great viewing platform up at the top on the 11th and 12th floors, but good views all the way through the building, lots of nice places to sit and relax. And compared to the other viewing places such as St. Peter's Church is €9 and the Latvian Academy of Sciences is €8, this is free. So if you are being frugal on your trip, this is probably the best place for a good view for $0, £0, €0. Perfect. We're now headed over to the other side of the Old Town for a little explore, some beautiful statues, works of art and colourful streets along the way. This rather cool combination of buildings is the Powder Tower and an 18th century barracks showing the coats of arms for Latvian cities and municipalities on the side. Formerly used by various armies, they now house bars, cafes, travel agencies and beauty salons. Here we're passing the Freedom Monument, honouring soldiers killed during the Latvian War of Independence. And just a block further down we've got this stunning building, Riga's Nativity of Christ Cathedral. Randomness of having a Russian Orthodox cathedral next to a multicoloured modern bird feeder. And apparently in the background there's meant to be some kind of mini Christmas market here in Esplanade Park, so let's go and see if there is. There's a mini Ferris wheel and an ice skating rink here, but no additional Christmas markets which were advertised online, so it's time to head back to the main Christmas market square via this highly romantic Lovelock Bridge. Just a quick reminder that if you are watching the channel and enjoying the videos, lock yourself in by pressing subscribe. Never miss an opportunity, do I? Even a really cheesy, cringy one. Anyway, back at the Christmas markets, the nighttime atmosphere is popping. So we're back here trying another €30 Christmas market challenge, trying to get 4 things, a main course, a drink, a dessert, and some kind of gift or souvenir for under €30. I was immediately drawn back to the chicken kebab stall that you saw earlier in the video because these are absolutely delicious. Here I'm talking about how we're doing another Christmas market challenge at Riga Christmas markets and how we've got the chicken kebab for €7 and the hot blackcurrant for €4, but there's a lot of Christmas music playing in the background which YouTube does not allow. As you can probably tell, the temperature has dropped significantly, absolutely Baltic, quite hard to speak. Whew, it's pretty cold. So far spent €11, that means we've got 19 left for dessert and some kind of souvenir. We've also got to take the cups back because the cups are a €2 deposit. Having been to 2 Christmas markets on this trip in Estonia and Latvia, I think the choice of food here in Riga is much wider than the Christmas market in Tallinn. So many options, and all the open air cooking really added to the atmosphere. I'd highly recommend coming here if you're not travelling with kids, as it definitely has a more edgy adult vibe than Tallinn's market, which is more family friendly, chocolate box pretty, but both of them are great experiences for adults and children. There's just a slightly different vibe between the two, in my opinion. Looks as though I may have hunted down dessert. Oink oink. Next we've got one of these big dirty bubble waffles which has got fruits, berries, you can get all kinds of jellies, ice cream, Nutella, everything in it. So this one's got Nutella and berries. Absolutely filthy, €7. It is actually becoming harder and harder to speak properly, it's that freezing, so let's grab that souvenir to finish off the challenge. Again, I found there to be a lot more cheaper options in Riga compared to Tallinn. Picked up this little Riga woolly hat magnet for €3.50, so that's a total for the main, the drink, the dessert and the souvenir coming to €21.50. Not too bad for Christmas markets. And with that rather frosty and freezing yet lovely challenge complete, our 48 hours in Riga is up. What a great city.